Oh
I'll say
dear.
a quick prayer and then we'll start. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for the opportunity to connect again and to study, to continue to grow. I thank you for a breath that we have in our lungs, and I thank you that we have a mind that helps us process information and everything else that we learn every week and every day. I thank you for family. I thank you for friends. I thank you for even the opportunity to connect. I pray for each one of us that you enlighten our mind, that you give us understanding, knowledge, and help us make sense of everything that we learn today, that we talk about today. Guide us, provide for us with what we need to grow, to be a blessing, to be blessed first, and then be a blessing for somebody else, including our families, our loved ones, our friends, and your people. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Who would like to drive the session today?
I can do it.
Still having trouble to share. I don't know. For some reason, I like to
You're in
zoom
trouble for what?
with this.
I don't mind to do it.
Okay, so let's just do it. Ryan, you can take the lead. Thanks for that.
If I remember, sorry to disturb you. How did it go with my brother?
Well,
Did he
he would
reach
like
out?
to do one-on-one
Okay,
uh
good.
session, and that's what I encourage him to do, because I
Okay,
feel like it's gonna give him more flexibility, and
okay,
uh,
good.
and then I always keep telling people that do not worry about money. Start with whatever you have. I mean, and then I know a lot of people they lock you into this is how much first you give before starting. But I want my people, especially black people, to just get started, and then we're gonna figure that out. So he's gonna give me a call at some point today.
All right, thank you.
So we'll see how it goes. But I just want him to. I mean, just get started.
All right,
Don't wait too
thanks.
long. All right. So let's go share. It's gonna be here. I'm gonna
My
adjust this
ambition
for a
can't find
moment.
no peace. Storm in my chest.
So just give me a moment. I need to fix this because I met somebody yesterday. I see Ryan. You're not sharing yet, are you?
Uh, um, Sharing now.
Okay, that's good. I don't see Jermaine here today.
She's coming. She's connecting.
Oh, she's joining. Okay. Is she here? Not yet here. Okay, so let's so what you're gonna need, to grab to refresh your, I'll show you how to refresh. Do you have your Express course on your system?
The version 6.
No, the entire course.
Let me check. I think I do, but it's not updated. Do you want me to?
Yeah, so we're gonna need to get the fresh one.
Okay.
I need a fresh one, and I'll show you how to do that. So you can, for now, you can keep it on your computer. That'll be fine. So there's a way to always refresh, making sure that your local repository or a copy of the remote repository that you have on your local machine is always in sync with what you have on your remote account. So go grab now the new one. Yeah, git clone. So what we do today, we will deploy. We'll start by deploying the entire platform, and then I'll talk a little bit about some of the concepts that we cover with regards to incident management, and that may probably take. It's gonna give us a little bit of time to a little bit of time for the platform to completely and fully deploy. So that's kind of like the plan. So do git status. Okay. Try to do git pull. Git pull is the command that you run before you do anything else. It's gonna pull any new update, so changes from the remote repository to your local repo that you have on your machine. And once you do that, what we want to do is try to run git history, git space history. The command just do git alone and then run it. So a lot of times when you can't find the options or the flags to attach to your command, you just run the command itself. It's gonna give you a list of what you may probably be looking for here. So
His
it's
gate
good.
history, I have an error.
What's that?
I said, gate history, I have an error message.
Yeah, because you cannot run it. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about here. Yeah.
okay.
So when you do that and then you receive kind of like an error message, it means that the command is not correct, right?
Yeah.
So instead of going to the manual, the official manual documentation, I mean, you can just run the command itself with no flags. Flags are like when you do git commit. You commit, that would be an option. And then you can add more options, right? Commit, and
Okay.
then you have a flag like -m for message and so on. So just run the command itself, and it's gonna give you what we're looking at here. So does that make sense for everybody? That's kind of
Yeah.
like what we have here. And so you can do that. Let's try to run git log. You see git log will show commit logs. You see that on your screen? So that's what it's
Yeah.
gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna show everything that was done on this repository. You see here to serve you, that's me, right? And my personal email address. So these are
Yeah.
the things that I've done that I did today in the morning, early in the morning before
Yeah,
the
sure.
class. And actually, by the way, I went to bed around 3 a.m. And then I had to. I was finalizing on my mobile application for BAMNAT. I think I told you about that, right? So BAMNAT,
Yeah.
it's a version of ChatGPT that I developed that I've provided for our people in Africa. So yeah, and here it can tell you that, okay, so I made some changes like on the 18th, and also you see the latest will be on the top, and it gives you the author and meaning who did it, as well as the date. And
Yeah.
also you have like what they call a SHA. So in other words, everything that you do on a remote repository from your local machine, every activity is always being logged in, like it's being kept, being captured, I would say. And it's good for auditing, it's good for troubleshooting, and also it's good for what we will talk about. This is a big word for you. It's what we call the post-mortem. We're gonna discuss that in a moment. So now, any questions before we proceed?
No.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so let's I see Germaine is here. I can't see her video, so there she is. Morning, Jermaine. We've been missing Nikki. Huh. And I'll reach out to her and just get to know what's going on. All right. Okay. Ryan, you know what to do, right? So we're going to version 7. We're going to deploy it. And while we wait for version 7 to fully deploy and complete, we'll be looking at incident management. So let's go to version 7, doing kind of like the same thing that we did
Hey,
last
how do
week.
I get out of?
So you're gonna do control C, try Q, the letter Q. That should also work. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to version 7.
Oh, why is my keyboard?
You're gonna have to change directories, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that Jermaine was a good musician. She created a song. I mean, a couple of songs. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And her voice is just angelic.
That's a good job. Yeah.
But I have like 24 sound already. I create sound like every day.
That's
All
nice. Yeah,
uploaded.
I've used Suno also in the past. Yeah, much of my music, because of copyright issues for my videos, I use that. Yeah, so you own your copyrights and so on. But now the issue is, how are we going to know what's real? I mean, it's still real, but what's what was made by humans and what was not? Like, if AI can generate some music, I mean, how would you tell that this
You
is?
can identify it. It tells you.
When you listen to it, you can't tell. But if you watching
No,
if you're watching the video, you
no,
can tell
most
that this is AI.
you can tell. You can tell.
But that's the part of the technology is taking over for every company. So yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know if I told you this, that they've been working, especially in China and Asia. They've been working on creating now. I mean, actually adding feelings, emotions to robots. So robots can begin now feel. I mean, they can cry, they can feel sad. So that's the next phase, and it's scary for some and exciting for others, because they there's a group of people saying that even the idea of marriage is gonna change. So instead of
Yeah.
marrying a human being, you wanna marry a robot.
Why you gotta not put that space. You put in a space in front of the express.
Or
You
at this
don't
point, don't
space.
just move it. Just go to into the version 7. Have you moved it already? All right, so
Yeah, I did.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. For me, for the rest of the program, you can just go to that and that play in it in that environment. That should be fine. It's okay. All right. So, what file do you use to get you an idea of what to do?
To read me.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna have to find it. Yeah, it's I mean, every time you have a new technology, there are always questions being raised with relation to like faith, uh, you know, morality, and kind of like I mean, saying, okay, how does this fit into what we know in terms of society, in terms of church, in terms of our faith as believers?
Well, behind that, what people that are creating it, behind it, their idea is to destroy, to erase everything that God created. So when human being are using it and they're using it for something positive, is good, but the intention behind it is not good because they just wanted to take over a human being and just
How
do
the
whatever,
man?
you know. And
No, don't.
it's sad. It's just sad because
So who's that? Who are they?
people that are creating it, those big tech, the people that are creating, the inventing this technology, the AI, right, the robots or anything, is
Sister,
really them.
I just created my application for African people. So am I one
No,
of those
not
people in the
you.
day?
Not like you. No, not like big. I mean, like big tech, right? They're the one creating those robots, right? So the intention, if your intention is to help, that's positive, right? This
Hmm.
behind the idea of anything that we do as a human being, behind my back, what was my intention? That's what God is looking at. So some people they're giving them those robots the citizenship, the passport, the nationality, and all these things like they were human being, so that okay they can travel just like a human being, any human being, take a passport and go to the airport and all these things. That's crazy. Create your robots or whatever they're doing in your house or your business. That's fine. Keep them there. Limit their access to have like, like talking to human being like they're going to marry them, or like um taking care of their children, their family members. That's crazy. Like to me, I felt like that's too much. They're doing too
Yeah,
much. Yeah.
yeah,
So it's all behind the thought behind it. That is like mine. I'm doing my thing. I'm saying I need to advance God's glory, God's kingdom, praising the Lord.
right,
So
right. Ryan, go to the README file. So gonna click on the README file. Is that where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now follow the steps. What we need to do is to go to the steps. Yeah, keep going down. Yeah, this is the end. Oh, where are you clicking? Click on the f- the final one, the file at the bottom.
Oh. All
Yeah,
right.
that's the README file on the root level. So what we need to do is to set up how do we deploy this. So you're gonna start here, quick start, like what we did. You see line 39. So copy or type in that command. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But before we do this, what do we need to change? Class, this is for everybody. Before you run the command.
Variables.
Exactly. So we're gonna, before you run the command, we go to the variables. Like you see what domains do we have here? Just look at the folders that we have. The main folders, those are the domains, right?
We
So we have the
have
apps.
Node and Web UI.
No, don't expand the apps. Just close it down. The whole apps directory. Yeah, do that. Yeah, click there. Click click on apps. Yeah. So those are the main. Don't expand it.
Oh,
So you see, those are the domains in this version of your platform. So you have the apps. The apps have been the same from version 3, I think. Monitoring, that's new, right? So that will be the second domain. And then the third domain, that's your platform. And then domain 4, those are your scripts. And then domain 5, that's your SRE incident. And we'll talk about SRE after we deploy the platform. So now, then you can go on to say, okay, as of the apps, these are the apps that I've used, and I've used Node.js for the Node API, taking care of traffic and so on. And then the Flask API, that's your web. That's another framework that we have used to manage your APIs. That's taking care of the health of your platform. Then you have used web UI as part of your one of your services or one of your apps. So sometimes they use app, the word app, to mean the word service. So a service, an app, something that kind of like go together. Then you have monitoring. And monitoring, this is where you can expand monitoring, and I'm gonna talk about monitoring in a moment. So monitoring, you have alert manager. Monitoring, you have Grafana, and you have Prometheus. These are the kind of like the three standard tools that you use for monitoring and observability. You can close that down, go to platform. Platform, this is where you have Helm and Terraform. So you have used Terraform to deploy a modularized platform, and you've used the Helm to manage your package or packages on that specific cluster. Scripts, you've used the scripts to automate the different things that you have done, like building and pushing your images, right? Deploying your entire infrastructure or platform, and testing your risk score. And we're going to talk about the risk score in a moment. And also you have used scripts to clean up after testing in the dev environment. You don't clean up in production. You clean up in production, then you destroy your products and you lose money. You lose your business and you get fired. Okay, so you don't want to do that. In dev, in pre-prod or staging environment, you can destroy stuff, right? In production, you never have to destroy anything in production. Questions? Okay, if not, SRE incidents. Click on SRE incidents. SRE stand for Site Reliability Engineering. So SRE, Site Reliability Engineering. That's how we're using Express Reliability Platform. You need to set up a platform that is reliable, meaning that, I mean, if somebody says to you, Ryan, you're really reliable, it means that you're someone that people can depend on, right? People can
Yeah.
trust. So when people need something, they can give you a call any time and get some way out or solution, or so you're always there for them. And that's the kind of platform that you need, which is reliable. This platform will always be there, live, 24/7. So how do you do that? In addition to you're deploying this platform or building this platform, you're gonna need SRE. SRE started with Google. Google, they kind of like pioneered the idea of site reliability, and that they have a ton of documentation on that. So click on SRE and incidents. You've already done that, yeah. So an incident is a situation whereby a service dies or breaks down, or a user customer, they want to access your application and they cannot anymore, or they receive maybe an error message saying you cannot access your account, you cannot do. That's an incident. That's kind of like, and they'll give a call using your official phone number or official email. They will send a note to say, I can't access, I can't watch my movies. What's going on? And that's the one receiving that will create a ticket. And that's an incident. That's something that has happened. And this could be on the user or consumer's end, or it could be on the end of the application or the infrastructure, the platform itself, or in between, right? So you have to troubleshoot that. So the time when they get the message to when you have to resolve that incident or remediate that incident, that also matters. How often this incident has happened, that's also very important to keep track of. Okay, so gonna do that. And after you remediate a situation, an incident, you're gonna do what we call the post-mortem. A post-mortem, it's like a learning moment for everybody. Okay, so then you're gonna look at what happened. This is a blameless, like no finger pointing type of session. So you meet with the team. You don't say, Marie, do you see what you did? No, you don't do that. No, you sit down. You don't blame anybody. It's blameless. So we only look at the incident. We look at like the Git logs. See, you look at every metric that has been captured and say, okay, when did this happen? How? That's to get the context and why. That's the root cause analysis. So the root cause analysis, it's RCA. You want to get as much context as possible to see why. I mean, what happened that you could consider possibly to be the trigger, the reason, or the root cause for that incident to take place. And also you do something that we call correlation. You have to correlate what has just happened to something from the past. Have we ever had anything like this before? If we say yes, what did we do? What was it? Then you bring those steps that somebody used before to resolve the situation, and then you can put every piece of information on the table and look at that, and then decide, okay, so this is going to be, at first you have already remediated the incident. And that, because remember, your customer should always be happy, right? So the customer is happy, now you can do the post-mortem. And then we're gonna jump into that. Let's go ahead, change the variables, and we'll talk more about the incident management and SRE in just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and deploy this infrastructure, this platform. And what you're gonna need to begin by updating your variables. You make sure that everything is how you would like it to be. Yeah, I don't know if I told you this. There was a talk with some company, but I will not be pursuing it. So this is, they are, and I spoke with a couple of ladies this week. So they were looking for someone who is like you with this much experience, but they wanted this person to, instead of us doing the SRE incident management manually, so they wanted this guy to create an AI agent to do these steps. So AI will do the SRE incident management pipeline. So I spoke with the lady. I said, you know, what you're talking about, I've already built it. And so, after my conversation with this lady, it was a very short conversation, like 5 minutes or 7 minutes and so on. I look back at what I did before, and then it caught my attention. And, I keep saying to you all that things are going to change very fast. Even deploying this platform here, version 7, at some point it's going to be AI doing the entire process. And that's, I was just thinking, saying, yeah, a lot of positions will be replaced because what Ryan is doing here, AI can do it easily. You just run a script, a Python script, to validate if the naming convention is as you want. It's gonna do it. So, like, let's say you had Claude as a as a plan. You've already bought that, or OpenAI and so on. You can, instead of you doing this, you can just open a chat and then say, Claude, would you make sure that these variables are reflected on version 7? It's gonna do it like in less than 2 minutes.
Where do I put my code,
What code?
my ID for my AWS?
You don't put anything here.
Oh,
So
you
you
don't?
just
Okay.
look at, you see the default, you see variables. When you look at the variables file or TFVARs file, there's when you see default, that's what you're gonna have to change, the value.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So at work, these are just examples. We're using these for this specific project, but at work it may be US West too, and then as the region where you need to deploy this specific platform. So make sure that you go through that, and you're gonna also look at the scripts
It's nothing to
that
change.
you have to see if there are variables that may need your attention. So you go, that's what you do. But nowadays, you don't have to do it manually. You just ask your agent to do it for you. And you can add it as an extension to your VS Code. And what up, like this week, this entire week, one of the federal agencies, they were training people on how to use Claude, and that they're paying for that. So it's already here, and that's why you have to complete this and jump into AI right away as you start applying for jobs. Okay, so if you see here, you don't have much to change. Then you go to the next script,
There's nothing
and
to change.
All right, so go now to the Helm values file. Are you did you check the environment under Terraform? The go to the modules. No, go to is it EKS or you check that? Okay, environments. Did you go in
There's,
there?
there's nothing to change. Check all
Okay,
of them.
perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. So go to the Helm charts. So you're gonna look at each package or service, or and then there in Helm you only change the values file. So
Okay.
you're gonna check like line 4, make sure it's your account, AWS account, because that's your repository URL. And then of course for work, they may say, okay, we use a different port number. You see that line 10, but in this case, we're gonna use 5,000. And then the resources, they're gonna say, okay, for request for CPU memory, don't go beyond this, for cost management and monitoring. So you have that. Look at the other services values files as well. Make the necessary changes. Go back to the where you were before. So you see Grafana, go down. Yeah, when we log into Grafana, those are the credentials that we use. But the admin password, it won't be admin. I mean, it's gonna be the admin as the temporary password. Once you log in, it's gonna prompt you to change your password. So we should be okay there. And then the node API, you check that too, right? The values, and yeah. Then go to the web UI. Go to the values, do the same. Perfect. Make sure that everything is saved. And once you do that, what should be our next step is to just run the command, the env = dev, and then the script to deploy. Yeah, that one. So what it's doing here, it's setting, we set a variable, right? We set our environment to be the dev environment. And then in this dev environment, this is where we deploy our platform. Does that make sense to everybody? That's what we do here. I'm just using this command. Yeah, run the command. Let's just give it maybe just why is it 10 or 10 added? Yeah. Okay. So start your Docker desktop. Did you delete everything on your AWS after we
Yeah, I came over here to do cleanup, but I never did anything on AWS.
always validate, because it's supposed to be 16 to be added, not 10. All right, so go rerun the command again. So it looks like some resources were not deleted. I see 0 added. Okay, you can minimize or close that. So let's watch it for maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll talk about a few concepts. I see that. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Yeah, it looks good. Well, it's looking good. All right. I'm gonna share my other. I'm gonna add all of you. I'm trying to see how I can manage this so that it's automatic. So it's been a learning process using this app of mine. What do you think? Is this like a good experience? Like you can see it a little bit better than Zoom, or not?
I think I think this app is okay, but it still needs some work done.
I prefer Zoom.
This one doesn't give you the option. Like right now, I'm sitting in the kitchen here, and it doesn't give you the option to change the background. You know, so it's like you can be some area and you don't want the people to know where you're sitting. So you need to give you the option to change your background. I love changing my background. You know, so
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Well,
Yeah.
for that, I'm sorry you have no say.
What? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
could be
I'm the one
Trinitarian.
dictating everything
You
here.
be
That's all.
Trinitarian.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So this is, I mean, I like it the way because it's very simplistic. It's very simplistic, and also it's for me it eliminates distractions. So no distractions here, because
Uh-uh.
that's, yeah. So I don't want you to. I
You
want you to
wanted the feedback,
focus
right?
on.
Okay, now you want the feedback. Now you're rejecting the feedback. So what's the point of
No,
asking you
I'm
feedback?
responding to your feedback. I'm not rejecting. I'm
You kind
just
of rejecting it.
yeah. I'm just responding to your feedback. But are you able to see everything okay? Uh, Everybody, do you see everything fine?
It looks okay. Just
Yeah, like what Ryan was sharing, was that okay? Were you able to see it? Okay.
no, not much. It's not too. It's not legible that much.
So the font size, are you
Yeah,
talking
the
about the
font size.
font? Yeah,
Zoom,
yeah.
Yeah, the
Zoom,
font size is
Zoom is
too,
more
like, I
flexible with it.
struggle.
You can maximize, you can minimize, you can
Even
shrink
if
things.
you maximize, it gives it, it's kind of blurry. I don't know if anyone is experiencing that from their end.
But in terms of complexity, I think this is simple for someone who doesn't know much, so they don't have to mess around with a lot or need to know what to do. Like in Zoom, that has a lot of features that if you're really heavily a Zoom user, you can really take advantage of.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the app that I'm using from now on. Uh, so it's included in my plan that I use for my video stuff. Um, so you use it mostly for like interviews, presentations. I just need to figure out how, when we go back to the command line, Ryan, you will just make it a little bit bigger. Do Control Plus. Should make the font sizes bigger. So for the
I guess.
production perspective, from the production perspective, it's very user friendly. All right, let's talk about monitoring. So when you think of monitoring and observability, so when you think of this, you're gonna think of number one, you will need your smoke detectors. Okay, you're gonna need that, and the most standard ones would be Prometheus, and we've talked about that before. You have Grafana, and then you have Alert Manager. Okay, so who can say something about Prometheus and one thing about Grafana and Alert Manager? Because we've talked about this in the past. Anybody?
Grafana is where you can monitor your website or application that you have created.
It's a monitoring tool, but what do you use it specifically for?
You use it specifically to create repairs on the application or notice any errors that's on the application.
Okay. So Grafana, you use it to
Disability.
implement or create dashboards. So this is to visualize. So you're gonna you visualize what your behavior, the behavior of your applications, the behavior of your platform, right? What about Prometheus? Anybody?
So Prometheus is used to read the metrics. So we configure it to read the metrics every uh, in- intervals depending on the configuration. It might be 10 every 10 seconds or every 15 seconds to gather the
Okay.
metrics. And then, of course, Grafana would now, I would use a lack of a better term, interpret that metrics and place it on the dashboard for visualization.
Yeah. So Prometheus, it's kind of like the same. It's the same with Loki, the same with Elastic Stash, Elastic Stash. I haven't used that for a long time. ELK Stack. The same with you can also use Dynatrace. There are so many tools that you can use for the same reason here. So when you think Prometheus, think logs. So you capture the behavior of your application and your infrastructure, and then you route them to like a dashboard. Yeah, you route them on to a dashboard so that everything can become visualized, and you can see it. You can even create these dashboards. They allow you to create charts that you can share with your team, your manager, or stock stakeholders, and so on. What about Alert Manager?
I think just for managing and handling notifications.
Exactly, yeah. So this is where you manage your notifications. When something happens, uh, who do you talk to? Who do you call? Something like that. And this is where you can integrate something like Slack.
Slack.
You can integrate Teams, email, or even text messages, etc. Okay, so it's number one, smoke detectors. What do you use? Prometheus, Grafana, and Alert Manager. This is like your first answer if they ask you anything about monitoring and observability. So at T2S, I've used Prometheus, I've used Grafana, I've used Alert Manager to as a component that I add to my platform to smoke detect. So for me to know the behavior. So let me say, so this will help you watch your your app your app's vital signs. And also you have a screen. So you have a screen to show them in real time. So a screen to show them in real time, that would be your Grafana. So this would be your Grafana dashboards. And then the app's vital signs, this would be your Prometheus. So any tool that takes care of logs, you can use it there. And every time I meet with clients, students, and I always talk to companies or clients that these will always change. Prometheus, Grafana, Alert Manager, they always change. And the tools will always change, but the concepts will always be the same. And the concepts here consist of watching, right? So you need to watch what do you need to watch? The vital signs of your application and your infrastructure. And next to that, you need to see it. And you see it in real time. How do you do that? You use Grafana dashboards. Questions? So there are other tools out there like Datadog, Dynatrace, Splunk.
Like Splunk.
Yeah. So all of these, there are also tools that you can use to take care of your application and platform monitoring. And most of these, they are called APM. So these will be application platform monitoring. Okay. And I think that's correct. Yeah. I think I
We
should be
use
right.
we use CrowdStrike.
And monitoring. Right. So it's kind of like what you need to know for now. So now let me get rid of this for a moment here. So we've talked about smoke detectors. Okay. That's number one. Now we're gonna go to number two. This is where you have your emergency plan. And part of your emergency plan, you have your SRE, which stand for site reliability engineering. Engineering. Okay. So you have that. Okay. So next, we let me explain this. This is where you have your incident response. Also, you refer to that like an incident management. What that means is that you have a written playbook, and we refer to them as run books. So the written playbook, what it does is to say, how bad is this? Whose job is it? And what do we do? What do we do? We write down afterward, or what do we need to do afterwards? So those are some of the questions that you're gonna have to answer and address as part of this playbook. So the first one is, how bad is this? And then you go next. Right now, how is your deployment going? Is it going okay?
Yeah, it's still 8 minutes in. Still going.
Okay, that's good. So no errors or anything.
No.
Oh, that's good. And then next would be, whose job is it? And so what do we write down afterward? So this is, in other words, it's how to manage incidents. Okay, so this is what you do, and this is our number 2. You can add, and we will be adding number 3, and number 3 will consist of AIOps. So this will help us with risk scoring. So that would be number 3. So we turn it feels bad into real numbers. Okay, so it's like turning it feels bad into real numbers, and we'll do it from 0 to 100. It's like a thermometer that you use to know that you have a fever or not, right? So you know that you have a fever when your temperature is greater than like 100 degrees. So when you get that point, you say, I've got a fever. It becomes worse when it's like 106. That's dangerous. That's not good. 102, 103. That's not good. You need somebody to help you or check you out. Questions? All right. So is this sinking in okay, or you guys lost and need to be found? I get that. That means you're okay, right? All right. So going to give you some examples here to help you connect concepts. So Prometheus, it's like a nurse, a nurse coming to someone who's not feeling okay, and the first thing that they do, they come and check the pulse. They'll come and hold your, like here they'll hold you this, then they'll put something on your finger to check your oxygen level. So they're checking all of your. Did you lose somebody here? Did you lose Edmund?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna come back. So that's what they do. They check your vitals, and that's what Prometheus does. So it keeps doing that. That's what we call scraping. So it will be like checking, making sure that every application, every service is behaving the way they should. But Prometheus, what he does is just capturing logs, capturing metrics, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. So that's what Prometheus does. It's a tool that scrapes, meaning it pulls numbers, okay, from your apps or metric endpoint. And we're using, for metric endpoint, we're using our Flask API. Okay? So now you're going to get, I would say, probably begin connecting the dots even more. So Prometheus, what it does, I'm going to bring this down. It scrapes. This is kind of like a new word for some of you. It scrapes. And to scrape is to pull. So it pulls. What does it pulls? It pulls numbers. So like vitals, okay? Numbers from your app. From app or service that you may have. And when it does that, I'm gonna move this away. So it takes all of that from our metric endpoint or metrics endpoint. So it doesn't stop there. It's gonna have to store. So I'm gonna put it here, and then it stores them. So far so good. So that's what Prometheus does. So it's gonna scrape, and then we define kind of like the intervals or the times. How often do you want your Prometheus to be scraping? So it's gonna, like the nurse at the hospital, they do rounds like every 30 minutes, depending on rooms, conditions of the patients, and so on. So it's gonna be maybe 10 minutes, it's gonna be 5 minutes. Every 30 minutes, they have to check on your vitals. The same with Prometheus. Prometheus, it's like your nurse that you have hired to watch for vitals of your applications and services. And I mean, how does Prometheus get all of that? It goes to the metrics endpoint to get those numbers about your applications, about your services. And then when it does that, like the nurse will store that information into an iPad, and the iPad is connected to the computer, and on that computer, the patient's profile is residing in there, and everything goes back there. So that's kind of like a system that the hospital has as designed and implemented, and it's gonna be your role. Sometimes the company may have some way to do it, but what you have to do is to either first you ask questions. What do you do when Prometheus scrapes, for the numbers from apps and service using the metrics endpoint? Where does Prometheus store the logs? Sometimes these logs can be sent to an S3 bucket on AWS. And then in that case, you use the endpoint of that S3 bucket. Does that make sense? The endpoint is just the address. Where do we find that resource or that place where we store whatever we need to store? Or where do we go find this place where we need to get whatever we need from? Does that make sense? So it's just very simple logic here that they use and companies use, but your role is to understand this. This is a concept. And some other companies may use something different tool. Different tool for scraping, meaning pulling all of this, and also storing. But the concept stays the same. Questions? Yeah, if not, let's move on. So now let's talk about Grafana. So Grafana, it's like your TV screen. It's like your TV screen that you have in a hospital room. So when the nurse comes, and now modern hospitals, they connect the patient to the machine, right? So that they can be monitoring their vitals like real time. And it could be, let's say they have a heart problem, or they're coming from surgery and so on. So they will have these vitals being monitored like real time. So the nurse, every time the nurse comes, after 30 minutes or 45 minutes, she's gonna say, hey, how are you feeling? And so on. But then she goes where? To the screen. This is your Grafana tool. And remember, it may also be another different tool. So remember that, keep that in mind. So this can change. And then the TV screen, what a TV screen is, it's just a visualization layer. That's what it is. And it shows all of your metrics, data source, and it's also you use it to build your golden signal and platform overview dashboard. And you use this dashboard, and you use this for on-call review. This is where you go if something happens, like there is an alert, like a beeping. Every hospital room is connected to the nurse's office. So if something is wrong, it's gonna send an alert to the nurse. They're gonna hear like beep, 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 and then they will see the room number. Then they go to that room number. When they get to that room, they will, the first thing, they're gonna look at the screen. That's your dashboard. That's your Grafana. So when there is an incident, don't go anywhere rather than just the Grafana, the TV screen. So you go to the TV screen, you look at the layers that you have there, you look at your golden signal, and I'm going to explain that what that means in a moment. And then you begin looking at your logs and so on. Questions? And Ryan, how are we progressing? So the alert manager, you already know that. Just to alert, notify. Let's talk about the golden signals and then we'll take a break. All right, golden signals. Have you ever heard of this phrase before?
No.
What about the golden rule?
Yeah.
Okay, so the golden signals very popular in IT. So it's like the four things that you have to check, four things to check first. And these four things consist of number one, latency. Number two, it's gonna be traffic. Number four, it's gonna be errors. And five, it's gonna be saturation. And as I said, Google was kind of like the pioneer with this concept, the SRE derived baseline signal and so on. So also you're gonna hear a little bit about SLI. You're gonna hear about SLO, SLA. Have you ever heard of these three here? So this stands for service level indicators. SLO stands for service level objectives. And this is service level agreement. Okay. So SLIs, SLOs, you'll be using mostly working with this here. This will be like between your customer and your stakeholders and then so on. But you integrate SLIs and SLOs. These are kind of like your guiding rules, and they dictate how you define what type of metrics that you wanna keep track of, and so on. We're gonna take a break, 10 minutes. We'll come back, look at the deployment, see how we can access our UI and also Grafana. And then we'll talk a little bit probably about AIOps and risk scoring and so on. All right, any questions before we take the break?
Hello?
If not, I'll see you in 10 minutes.
All right, bye.
Dans l'ombre du monde, je me tiens, cherchant la lumière qui guide mes mains.
Un éclat, un souffle, un doux refrain. Dieu, montre-moi le chemin.
Oh, Saint-Esprit, murmure à mon cœur.
Répands ton feu, éclaire mes heures.
Éclat de ta lumière, brille en moi. Que dans mes gestes, on te voit. Jésus-Christ, éclaire ma foi. Oh, que ton amour guide mes pas.
Comme une lampe posée bien haut, je veux briller dans ce tableau. Matthieu nous dit, chapitre 5, 16, laisse ta lumière, que rien ne l'abaisse.
Oh, Jésus, doux sauveur, répands ton éclat, ton ardeur.
Dans chaque acte, chaque prière,
Je veux porter ton mystère. Éclat de ta lumière, brille en moi. Que dans mes gestes, on te voit. Jésus-Christ, éclaire ma foi. Oh, que ton amour guide mes pas.
mes lumières.
Dans l'ombre du monde, je me tiens, cherchant la lumière qui guide mes mains. Un éclat, un souffle, un doux refrain. Dieu, montre-moi le chemin.
Oh, Saint-Esprit, murmure à mon cœur. Répands ton feu,
Éclaire mes yeux, éclat de ta lumière, brille en moi, que dans mes gestes on te voit. Jésus-Christ, éclaire ma foi, oh, que ton amour guide mes pas.
comme une lampe posée bien haut. Je veux briller dans ce tableau. Matthieu nous dit, chapitre 5, 16, laisse ta lumière que rien ne la baise.
Oh, Jésus, doux sauveur, répands ton éclat, ton ardeur.
Dans chaque acte, chaque prière, je veux porter ton mystère.
Éclat de ta lumière, brille en moi, que dans mes gestes on te voit. Jésus-Christ, éclaire ma foi, oh, que ton amour guide mes pas. Éclat de ta lumière, brille en moi, que dans mes gestes on te voit. Jésus-Christ, éclaire ma foi, oh, que ton amour guide mes pas. Oh, 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 ton amour guide mes pas. Oh, 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 ton amour guide mes pas. The storm keeps raging, can't find my way. My head is heavy, drown every day. I hear a whisper through the night, it breaks. A voice that tells me there's a brighter place. I lift my hands, though my strength is gone. The word it holds me, it pulls me along. Through the valleys where my fears collide, your light is shining, I can't run or hide. Troubled waters, they rise so high, but your truth cuts through every lie. The weight I carry, it starts to fall. Your promise echoes, I can have it all. I lift my hands, though my strength is gone. The word, it holds me, it pulls me along. Through the valleys where my fears collide, your light is shining, I can't run or hide. I hear you say, be still and know the chains are breaking. The word, it holds me, it pulls me along through the valleys where my fears collide. Your light is shining, I can't run or hide.
Quand la terre tremble sous mes pieds, quand les montagnes veulent s'effondrer, je ne crains rien car il est là. Ma force vient de Dieu.
See if everybody's back. Is everybody back? Yeah, I see Marie, you're back.
Yeah.
Looking at the others, they'd probably be joining back soon. So where is everybody? It looks like they wanted like 20 minutes break or what?
Maybe they log out. They're
Yeah,
trying
they
to log
logged out, yeah.
in. I did not log out.
Coming back. Edmund, welcome back. Gonna wait on Ryan to see what he has over there as far as the deployment is concerned.
Mine keeps failing.
So you know what we're learning here. This is exactly what hospitals use. It's exactly what Netflix also use. For example, Netflix uses they have their own chaos. They call it chaos monkey. So they use chaos monkey tool, and they use it to help them automate the same break it on purpose drill from which we're gonna talk about that in a moment. So they do a drill to check on the reliability of their the platform. Uh, so they, in other words, they kill production instances to prove that the system will automatically recover on its own. Does that make sense? So this is, every time you hear chaos, they call it sometimes chaos engineering. So what they do, it's like a drill. So break it on purpose. Drill. So they would like kill, they'll kill a number of production instances. And when they do this is for these instances, I mean, it's to check if these instances are able, so they are able to recover on their own. So they should automatically recover. They should automatically get back to where they should be. So that's kind of like what we call the break it on purpose drill. And it's also referred to as chaos engineering. So you may be asked in an interview, have you been exposed to chaos engineering? That's version number 7. That's the version that we're looking at. Questions? Comment? So let's move on. In real hospitals, they, the vitals monitor use the same process that we've been talking about. So you have Netflix, use that. Google, they kind of like the pioneers with this SRE stuff, and plus chaos engineering.
I got an error on the application.
Okay. Let's go ahead and share your screen. We'll take a look at that. I still don't understand why you get an error. You get errors. I don't get errors. I tried it again today. So what it's saying, waiting for EKS, unexpected state created failed, wanted target. Yeah, it's kind of like the same error that we got the other time, remember? ASG, that's the Hobby security group, auto scaling security group. You remember what we did? Share your Slack, I'll show you.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's the same situation. We changed instances sizes. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, go see if you can find that command. I mean, actually, we just went to the Terraform script because you don't have your card on your AWS account. That's why they cannot let you use some instance types, right? So what we need to do, let's go back. Go back to your script and see. Yeah, let me see something there. So on your, I mean, all of you on your computer, you can do Command or Control Plus if you want to zoom in to see what we're looking at here. So do Command or Control Plus. So you want to make your screen a little bit, you're going to zoom in. When you zoom in, you make things a little bit bigger. Okay, let's go back to Terraform. Uh, Go back to your
On
script.
AWS.
Your script. Go to your script. Yeah, platform. Yeah, let's go to click on EKS. Go to variables first. We're looking for the node. We're looking for instances. Uh, click on main. Go to main TF file. Scroll down slowly. Yeah, keep going down. Okay, that's the cost. Keep going down. Okay, stop here slowly. So the instance, okay, so we're gonna go to the variable line 95.
Variable.
Yeah, so let's look for the node. It actually, you can do control F,
So,
control F, and then type in node or something like that. Yeah, so node instance. Scroll, look at the bar at the bottom of your screen. Scroll to the left so that we see the beginning of to the left.
left.
Yeah. So let's see. We're looking for node. Keep scrolling down. So it's not in here. Then close that. Get out of EKS to your left. Yeah, click there. Let's go to modules. Go to modules. Go to EKS cluster. Go to main first. Look for node instance. Control F. Yeah, scroll down. All right, so we're gonna go to the variables. Go to the variables. Okay, so we didn't change that in here. Click on the budget under
Budget.
modules. Yeah, go to variables and look for node instance.
No results.
Okay, hold on. Okay, uh, let me check. I don't remember. We did change something on the script. Hold on. We did change something. Okay, give me a moment here. Looking at what we did last week. You had some issue with creating, and then we went to the next one. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so you're gonna destroy run this command here. I'll just put it in the notes. It's the command that I sent you the other time. And then after you do that command, you will go to Slack.
Terraform destroy.
Yeah, you're gonna destroy that. And then let's let's go to the TF vars. That should be under environment. That should be under no, no, do it slowly. I can't see it. Yeah, so click on the modules and see what we have in there. Okay, so it's not there. Click on EKS and go to environment. Click on dev, scroll down. So this is where we change line 14. You're gonna change it to, instead of saying medium, I don't remember what we did. Do micro. Do replace medium with micro instead. What did you do? Do Control Z. Oh, there, yeah. Okay, that's done. Okay, perfect. So save it, save, and then you're gonna run this command. I'm gonna post on Slack. Run that command. The Terraform apply. Yeah, it's gonna have to find the where you are. You're at the top level, so you're gonna have to go into the Terraform directory. So cd, you're gonna do cd platform, and then T and then paste that command and see. Okay, so you're gonna need to go one other step to, yeah, it should be okay. Okay, try, just go back to the root level, the home levels, cd, then another cd. Okay, just recall the env command. Remember the one that we ran at the beginning? Yeah, just run that. So has any of you tried this? Because I want to see if you all are having the same issue. Because I'm
I
not
have
having
an
any
error.
issues. What's that?
I tried it, but I have an error. Maybe I'm not doing
What
something
error
right.
did you get?
Hold on. I hope I did clear it already. Hold on, let me recall it back.
So for me,
This is where I
I'm
stopped.
getting an error for known reasons because
Yeah.
my ECR repositories already exist, and so Terraform is trying to create those repositories again, and since I already have it, so it's failing. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to keep those repositories just like separate for just this V7. So I want to update the repository names so that I can get them created
Do
and
you want
see
to
if
do that now?
yeah, I'm
While
gonna
Ryan is doing that.
Yeah,
So,
I'm doing it now.
so let's see if you can also share your screen as we
Okay.
wait for Rand's provisioning to be completed. So let me see. Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay. There we have my info. Share this one. All right. So let me.
In the
So that was the
meantime,
error I
Rand,
was
keep me
getting.
posted on what's going on your end.
So it failed at the level of creating the ECR repository because I already have them. It says they already exist.
Yeah, you're gonna have to delete them. Let me.
I've tried to delete them. I've tried to delete them using cleanup. I even went into because these ECR repositories were created in V5. I went into V5 and tried to use the cleanup.
Oh, because you use a state file when it's generated. That's your blueprint, and it's only that blueprint that can allow you to destroy the resources. So you cannot use another state file to destroy resources that were built using another state file. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like how it works here. So you're gonna
yeah,
have
that's
to
what I
do
did.
it manually. So
Okay,
show me your AWS console. So let's go ahead and destroy them manually because
right.
that's the issue there. And then you got this script. This is a brand new set of scripts, right?
Yeah,
It's a brand
this
new
one.
repo. Okay.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
V7. I cloned this one today, this
Yeah.
morning when you said we should clone it. All right. If I bring it here, you see. Do you see my AWS now? The window.
Yeah. Not yet.
Oh wow, that means I
And
have to
then
share it.
Jermaine, have you tried this on your own?
Okay. Right. Stop sharing. Share. Window. Right. So that's my AWS. So those are the three repositories.
So you're gonna have to delete them. Yeah.
Just manually.
Yep. Just click on the first one. Then we're gonna go delete. Type in delete. The second one and the third one do the same. I like your background, Jermaine. That's African heritage. Yeah. Or maybe not. I'm
All
so
right.
thankful that I'm a black person. Such a blessing. Okay, so now go to your terminal and let's try to deploy. So that's the thing with scripting. When you use script to create an infrastructure, and then you don't use script to delete or use a changed script to do it, you're gonna get some hangovers. So you'll have some resources hanging in there, and that's kind of like a little bit of workload that you add to yourself.
My application finished.
So it's been deployed.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I want you to do, there should be a link. We're gonna use what will show up here on admin's screen. And hopefully it won't take long. It's only 6 left. And Marie, what type of error you getting again?
Oops. Just a minute. Oops.
And then admin,
Okay.
you've ensured that variables values files have been updated, right?
Yeah, I updated and asked you
I'm trying to get the.
as everyone was doing.
Okay. And Jermaine, you doing okay? You've been quiet. So is any of you in politics, involved in politics, like volunteering and doing that kind of stuff?
No. For me, no.
Okay.
I am in geopolitics. I mean global politics.
Yeah. At some point,
Yeah, I'm an avid
at some point,
supporter of
because
geopolitics
because I live in all white communities,
and fanatic.
and
Yeah.
that you know, yeah. Before moving to this area, I said, okay, I moved there, I settled, and then I'll campaign to become a mayor in this small city. It's only 1,200 people, so I can easily beat everybody else. So I don't know, but and again, I don't just want to do it for me, but I want to do it on behalf of immigrants to say that you also belong. Because if we don't do it, then other people will do it. In scripture in the Bible, it says that whatever land that you place your foot on, I'm gonna give it to you. So it's your land. And we I feel like we have to claim that land back because I'm American, a naturalized American. I am American, just like everybody else, right? So it's my land.
Right.
And when I go to Africa, it's my continent.
Every every I think 99% of the people in America are naturalized American.
Well, pretty
Only
much.
1% are actually
Exactly.
Americans, the
And those are the
indigenous
native Americans,
Americans.
the
The
real
rest are all not.
Americans. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I don't like the question when somebody asks me, I'm in Crooks here in South Dakota, and then you say, where are you from? I say, man, don't you say it? I'm from here. I come
All
from
right.
Crooks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've had even some white guy folks asking me that question. I said, well, I'm from Crooks. They say, oh, you're from here. I say, yeah, I'm from here, from South Dakota. But I have lived in Illinois before. I've lived in Iowa before. And I was born in Belgium. I lived in the Congo, in Zimbabwe, prior to coming here. And then I'll ask them also the question, where are you from? And this is, yeah, I mean, you should have also come from someplace. Your parents, your grandparents, great grandparents, somebody came from someplace. Because you don't look Native American to me. If you look black, you either immigrated to the US or your parents were enslaved or, brought here by
Exactly.
force. And So somebody has come from someplace. You like it or not, and some people would say, okay, I like your accent. Then I would say, I like yours too. I remember teaching
Right.
a youth class at one of the churches that I led for 4 years, years ago. And so I was with these young people, youth, and one of the girls said, Pastor, I love the way you pronounce words. I say, so you love my accent? She said, yeah. And then I say, Amber, I also love your accent. She's from Iowa. She was born and raised in Iowa. And she say, and one of the kids, they stared at me like, what? Do you have an accent? I say, yeah, you have the American
They're
accent.
thinking, they
Yeah,
think now,
yeah,
now they're thinking that they don't have an accent.
you do have an accent. I mean, I
I,
took
I
my,
call it,
yeah.
I call it subtle,
So
yeah,
it's like,
subtle racism.
right, yeah. So it's
Very,
very
very subtle.
interesting. And one day I was watching a movie with my American mom in Zimbabwe. We were watching a Nigerian movie. And, and 40 minutes into the movie, my mom, her name is Marge. She's passed now, and she leaned toward me. I think on my left. She said, "Hey, Manuel, what language is that?" So 45 minutes into the movie, she didn't know that it was English. And I said, Mom, it's English. So that was Nigerian English. You know those movies, yeah, from Nigeria. And oh God. They said, what, it's English? I said, yeah. There are different types of English, Mom. The people in South Africa, they have their own way of talking. People in Zambia, West Africa, and so on. So
Same
just like the
words.
British, like in the Irish, the Scottish, Australians, yeah, it's all English. So this is the idea of saying you have an accent. I think that's still segregation.
Yeah,
It's not
it's a subtle
diversity.
way.
It's
It's a
just
subtle way
saying
with them
you
to
you you
express
you
that.
sound different from me, and I do not appreciate it.
Because they're ignorant.
What's that?
They're ignorant. They don't know that they
Oh
do
yeah,
have something also.
they need to be educated. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so it's still processing. Okay, so Ryan, show us your screen as we wait for Edmund's provisioning to be completed. So go ahead and share your screen.
Let me stop
We'll,
sharing.
yeah, we'll play with something here quick.
You can see my screen.
Yeah. All right, so that's done. Uh, so now go to. Okay, I think we're missing something here.
Oh, it's too big.
So apply, complete, unchanged. Let me get you a command real quick.
Oh, come on.
Okay, let's go to the console. Go to the console. I'll show you where to find your DNS name, kind of like your website name. Go to EC2 and go find the load balancers on your right, on your left. Sorry, on your left. Keep going down. Look for load balancing. You see load balancing. Click on load balancers
Node
towards the
balancers.
bottom. Yeah,
Oh,
click.
load
Yeah,
balancer.
click there, and still doesn't show. Where did you use US East 1?
Why is my region keeps switching every time?
No, it uses what you put on your script. So
Yeah,
go
I
go
use US East
to
one.
go to instances. I think something is not right here. All right, so we have that running. Click on the instance for a moment there. All right, so that's good. Let's go down again to balancing load balancers. Refresh it. So still not showing. Why is it not showing? Okay, let's try to run some command. I'll give you a command. I mean, technically, after you deploy, you should have been able to see your ARN, so your URL to use. Uh, Go to your command line, type in cube CTL, your command line, VS Code, clear screen, type in cube CTL, or
Cube.
cube cube, it's gonna be with K, cube carol, yeah, CTL, space, get, space, nodes, run that command. Let's see.
Like that.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you have that, that's good. And hold on, let me find something here, some commands that I'll post. Yeah, actually you should have seen everything there. For some reason, I don't know what's going on. I wonder if all of the resources were not created because, again, of your permissions and so on. And the admins on your end, everything is okay.
This region right here wasn't on the correct region. Would that be the problem or no?
Yeah, it should have been there. So let's see what admin ends up with. Then we'll compare. And you said that Marie, you're also doing this on your own, on your end there, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of lost. It's okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay, try to run this command here that I'm putting on Slack, Brian. Try to
All
do
right.
that. I think we did that the other time. Let's see. We'll also try this one, but it looks like we may not get anything yet. And whatever you see, whatever the output, copy, put it back into on Slack for me, please.
So I should do both commands that you sent.
Start with the first one, and then the output you copy it and give it to me.
You, oh, Ryan or me? Okay, that's fine. Yes,
Wait, this.
like that.
So the right click and yeah. Okay, so there's nothing. Try the second one and see.
The
Meaning
second
that
one
there's
is
no
okay.
load balancer. Uh, wasn't.
could not get the current server API code.
Yeah, so you don't have the do cube cattle
Q.
cattle ctl space get sv svc svc is short for service. Run
Get
the
the
command.
current API.
All right, so we nothing was created. The you see the helm was supposed to take care of the stuff. We should have seen Grafana, Prometheus, and all of the other applications or components of our platform. So something is missing. I don't know. Yeah, in my case, it worked. I was able to log into Grafana and everything else. So in your case, I don't know what's going on.
Could I maybe try to redo it again? Maybe because of
Yeah,
the
let's.
region.
We still have some time. Do a cleanup, complete cleanup. So you're gonna do script. You run that script. If you go to you're gonna see the cleanup. And then again, you can do Control F to search and type in cleanup. Yeah. So you use that command. Okay, let's do that and then see if we can do a clean reinstall. Because everything else we do for the rest of 7, 8, 9, and 10 will be based on this. If you can't get this right, then you can't move forward. So let's just do this, making sure that everybody gets this right. Edmund, how are you doing? I think you muted.
Yeah, it's still running. I checked the repositories are there now, and
The
it's
resources being
creating.
created.
Yeah, it's creating the clusters.
Okay, awesome. So that's great. And Jermaine, what are you up to?
Okay, so 16 added, zero destroyed.
That's nice.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, it's looking good.
Is it looking good?
Not let me not jump too fast on this
What's
thing.
that?
It is finished, so I think it's
Yeah, yeah.
testing.
So if you don't get any complaints, then you should be progressing. Okay. Marie, do you wanna share your screen? See what you're doing?
Okay. Let me try again and see if it will share. Just a minute.
Yeah,
Now
let's
it's in
let's let's do
challenge.
that. So Ryan,
Global monitoring.
we're gonna go to Marie. Ryan, you don't need to stop sharing, but I'm gonna change it from my
Yeah.
end here.
Last API, especially not API process to be rolled out API to be rolled out.
Am I sharing?
Yeah,
So
should be good. Yeah.
Okay. Are you seeing my
So go to your VS Code.
VS code? I'm on my VS code. Okay. I don't know. I'm not seeing my VS code on the screen.
Yeah, it's probably because your AWS console is full screen. So you're gonna
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
so I see you, Edmund, you're smiling. So is it done?
Yeah, it is. It just finished. Yeah, it's done now. I finished. It just the last step completed installing Prometheus, Grafana, and
Yeah, that's
Alert
what it should have also said on yours,
monitoring. It's finished.
Ryan. So now that you should see the DNS
I
kind
don't
of
know
like
why
URL,
my.
Edmund, you just copy it from the output and then paste it on the browser to access the UI.
Okay, let me. Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and
Copy.
that's what Ryan is missing for some reason. So we're gonna keep trying and see how we can get past that.
Emmanuel, I don't know why I cannot. I'm sharing my screen, but the page, my visual code is not showing on the
No,
screen.
I don't see your screen, Marie.
Yeah, it's looking nice.
I only see Ryan. Ryan's here.
Prometheus.
No.
So let me see. Now you're sharing, yeah. So minimize your AWS. You can even close it.
Oh, wow.
Just
Okay.
find the X and then X out of it.
Okay. Let me share.
No, you stopped sharing, but you don't need to stop
Okay.
sharing. And then when you
Okay.
share, if possible, you can share your entire desktop or screen, your monitor.
Okay. Tap. Select a tab to share. Oh,
Don't
okay.
share a window. Share your screen,
Okay.
and with that you can move between windows easily, between two windows easily.
Okay. When I click on entire screen, it doesn't give me the option to. The share screen is grayed out. I don't know why. Oh no.
Right, so I was able to view the Prometheus and also the actual platform, regulated platform readiness
All right, so
console.
you saw the UI, yeah, that's great. Then
Yeah,
you can click on each version to kind of like see the key concepts that we've been studying for each version. And
yeah,
what you may need to do now is you can test the score risk and look at the README file, and there should be steps to tell you what to do.
okay.
Let me go back to Marie's screen. Marie, you were sharing okay. Why did you stop sharing?
Yeah, but I want to share my Visual Studio Code page, but I'm not seeing it. Anytime I want to share the entire screen, it's always
Just,
grayed
just,
out.
just select the option share window instead of entire screen. Then you would see the different windows. Now you can click the one for your
Yeah, click on
Oh,
window, click on that and see.
click the one for your Visual Studio.
okay.
So it's only going to share that window.
Share
Okay, let me
window.
see. Ryan here. It's
Okay.
progressing okay. Let's go back to Marie's screen. There you are. Okay. So
This is what I got.
are you able to make this a little bit smaller?
Let me see.
So click on the terminal anywhere. Do control minus or command minus, the minus symbol.
Control minus.
But you're gonna have to click. Okay, so you see that, and you see there should be a way you go to any of the corners of your window to
Okay.
make it smaller. Yeah. Now you're
Oh,
making it bigger to make it smaller, much smaller, so that we can see the entire screen. Yeah, keep making it smaller.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Just keeping. Yeah, keep doing that way. Doing it that way. Keep doing it. Yeah, keep going.
okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Because we wanna see you wanna be able to see the entire screen here. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah.
Okay, but right now I'm not seeing you guys. I'm not seeing the screen I'm sharing on.
So now click on the terminal.
Okay.
So click on the terminal at the end of your terminal. You are in version 6 here. Should be in version 7. So click on the
7.
terminal. No, on the terminal at the end, at the bottom.
Okay.
Not that's your editing file, but at the bottom of the terminal, yeah. So now do command plus. It's
It's
gonna
not
be,
active. Hold on.
yeah. So that's how you make it a little bit bigger. You make your font sizes bigger.
Okay, so what next?
You need to be in your. You're gonna need to be in your V7. We are looking at version 7, not version 6.
Right now, my it's not even moving. I cannot do anything. It's freeze.
Can you type in clear?
Yeah. Okay. It's moving. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Do cd space dot dot. Yeah, to go up one step up. Yeah, just run it to go up one step up. Okay, do ls to see what you have there. Okay, so now do git pull like what we did before. Yeah, go ahead.
I have an error.
Go stash them before you merge. You cannot merge. Your local changes to the following. Okay, do cd space dot dot. We're gonna remove that directory. You get a new one. Okay, go ahead, do that. Just run it. Yeah, then now do rm to remove the course, the dash rf, then the name of the course, space ex, and then tab key. All right, so do now git clone and go grab a fresh copy of the course from GitHub. So it want to be git clone first and then the URL. And Ryan, how are you doing?
It's still
Still cleaning?
no. This is the wait. Oh yeah, it's still clean. It's still destroying.
Oh man.
Right. So for me,
Oh,
I try to run the risk scoring and about got the and so the output. I don't know if it has to be.
Yeah, so that's kind of like we are in kind of like a simulation phase here.
Does it let me see.
So do git clone space and then go copy from Slack. Uh, you need that URL. So you click the link on Slack. You
Okay.
don't see Slack?
I'm on Slack.
Okay, so click on Slack and click on the link for the course. Go to the
Yeah.
class notes. I think that's where the URL is.
Yeah.
And Edmund, you were saying?
So I did see the simulation errors. It said error rate
Uh-huh.
1.8%.
So that's the
This
score, the risk scoring report. Yeah.
restart 120 points.
So now try to. So what I want you to do, you're gonna should be able to access your Grafana.
Okay.
I don't see the link for Grafana.
When run cube carol, get SVC to get the services, and tell me what you have, and you can put it on Slack so that I see what you have. And Ryan, I see your window is, yeah, it's almost done, right, Ryan?
Yeah,
Is it done now?
yeah, but I'm gonna try something. I'm going to try to
That's for
run
me.
Visual Code as administrator.
What are you trying, Ryan? I didn't get what you said.
I said I was gonna try to run it as administrator.
Oh,
Visual.
okay, yeah. Try that, yeah. And actually, you can even use PowerShell to run the Terraform. It's great. Okay, Marie, did you git clone? Oh yeah, I see
Yes.
that. So go to the bottom of your terminal and I'm gonna post
It's not
something in the,
allowing
what
me
did you get,
to.
Edmund?
You said I should run kubectl get pods.
Get services, SVC, short for service.
Okay, get services.
Then I'll give you a couple of commands after you send me the output. Put it on Slack
Get
for me,
get
please. Yeah.
SVC. Is it just SVC or SVCS?
SVC. That's it.
Okay.
It's short for service.
All right. So yeah, display the output. Let me copy that.
So I reran the command to deploy.
You're deploying now, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And
Right, so I did.
you said you're running it as admin, right?
yeah, and I think it updated my Visual Code or something.
Okay, nice.
All right. I did send my output for the
Yeah.
kubectl
Okay, I see it.
services.
So you only see one service. Huh. Okay, hold on. Let me send you something here quick. You should have seen also the web service and the others. Yeah. But at least you're able to connect. That's good. Okay, I want you um, to run this command for me, admin. I just put it on the Slack.
Run all at once.
Yeah, just copy as is. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add the Prometheus community to our Helm charts, and then we will update the the packages and then upgrade so that we on in our platform we want to have global monitoring and then the values YAML. So
Right.
we're gonna do that, and then the second thing that I would like you to do after you do that, we're gonna verify. And to verify, you run a set of other commands. And then we're gonna
So I get a message. It says update complete. Happy helming.
well,
Does that mean it's finished? Okay, now it's finished now. Right. So it says I think I already have that open. Visit Prometheus at I have that already open.
okay, Mary,
Yeah, I have.
clear your screen.
Right.
I'm trying
So,
to
right.
clear. It's like my screen is frozen. So
So I should
it's
run
not
these
moving.
other commands.
Yeah, the next one is just the next set of commands just to verify, and also we're gonna port forward. So you know what? Start with the first two. Start with the first two. Uh,
Just and
Marie, you
on
just
a
stopped sharing, right?
Yeah, my screen is frozen. I cannot move forward.
Sorry about that. Edmund, would you share your screen? We're gonna look at that, and then
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
later. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, Marie is back. Okay.
I'm trying to clear, but it's not moving. Oh,
Yeah, you may probably have sometimes to reboot your computer. Go to
okay.
the quit the Apple icon left, top left. Go to force quit your VS Code. Edmund, go ahead and share your screen.
My screen is already shared.
All right. So this is what you have now. That's good.
So
Scroll down. Show us the bottom of your terminal, or you can
this
clear
is
your screen.
this is the
Just
bottom. That's the other set of commands that you provided.
yeah,
I haven't run
do
them yet.
Control C for me. Clear your screen. We're just gonna run the commands line by line. Would you? Yeah, that's better. So start with the first command, the get pods. So that is the commands, the set of commands that I sent you earlier was they were also about creating a namespace. That's why you see the dash n. That's for namespace, which we named monitoring. You see that? Monitoring. So we've already created a namespace. A namespace, it's a logical way of isolating a set of resources from the rest of your system or your environment. So we created that, and in this namespace, this is where we're gonna where Prometheus, Alert Manager, and Grafana will be residing. Okay, so they're gonna stay in that namespace. So go ahead. So we want to display the pods belong to that namespace. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we have an issue here. First of all, Alert Manager is running. We have two pods. Global Monitoring, Cube Pro Operator, and then Metrics, Prometheus, Node, and Cube also running. So we're gonna have to fix that error, the global monitoring Grafana. So
Run that.
take the second command and run it. Some reason I can't see the bottom of the screen. Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me.
Can you do command control minus to zoom out a little bit, just a little bit, and clear your screen? Yeah, that's a little bit. That's much better.
The second command, does it end at the just the port number 3080?
Yeah, the second command, you see it's gonna be we forward. Just copy the second command. Yeah. So try that. We may get an error, and if we
Just want to
do,
make
I'll
sure.
give you a different command that I
I
played
want
with
to make
this
sure that I
morning.
have the right command. Just, oh,
I'm gonna add another command. You may need to.
so what I have on the terminal, is that the right command, or it continues with the open HTTP look?
Okay, hold
You
on.
just
Give me a moment. I'm looking at two or three. Okay, so clear that. You use the command I just sent you. What we're gonna do, we're gonna create a config map. A config map. So there are two things here. So you have secrets and you have a config map. Uh, in every time you deal with Kubernetes, you talk about config maps and secrets. Secrets, it's a way you manage your secrets in on a cluster, right? And a best practice, we manage our secrets either using Vault, right? Or we use our local environment. We export the variables and then whatever in our local environment. And we do not push that to GitHub. We do not push
GitHub.
that anywhere. Okay. Uh, or we use tools like a Vault to manage our secrets. In the case of cloud native services, like AWS, we use Secrets Manager, right? Or KMS, Key Management Service or Manager Service or whatever. So we use that. We use those tools.
I think
But
finished.
config maps, that's not for it helps you manage also like your variables and stuff like that. So nothing secret. So what we want to do, if you copy that command that I just shared on Slack, and I will explain. I'm gonna explain that. So we will be mapping. So we want to map configurations here related to Grafana. We want to map that with to the namespace monitoring, and then we're gonna label or create a YAML file, which will be our object, and then this object will be executed locally. Okay, that's kind of like what we will be doing here. So copy that and paste it.
I have it copied and pasted.
Yeah, so go ahead and run it. So this will resolve the line where we have container creating failure. You see global monitoring Grafana 6F, the commands that we ran earlier.
Yeah.
And so we should, I mean, everything should say running, nothing else. So now what we need to do, try to recall that command, cube carol get parts dash and monitoring, and see if this is now working.
Mine finished, by the way.
Oh, yours is deployed.
Yeah.
So what does it say?
There's no error. Apply
That's
complete
good.
resource 16 added, zero change, zero destroyed.
Do you see a URL there?
No.
Just keep reading line by line. Let me see if I can.
Nah, I don't see a URL.
Okay, go to your console, Ryan, and look for the load balancer. See if you can see anything there.
No.
Okay, go back to your terminal again. See that? Okay. So create platform created. Okay, scroll up a little bit. Scroll up, going. Let's see. So the cluster. Keep going up. I need to see if the Helm charts were also created. Packages, and so VPC. Keep going up. Yeah, I don't see the creation of your Helm did not apply. So scroll down. Yeah, scroll down. I don't see your Helm applied here. On your left, go to your left, go find the Helm charts. So the Helm charts are there. So close all of this. Everything that has to do with Terraform, close it. Okay. Expand the Helm charts under platform. Okay. So we need to have those deployed. and I don't think they were deployed. So click on the values. So why is it that they were not deployed? Click on the go to the terminal, do cube cattle, get pods.
Said pods.
Yeah, space dash n for namespace, space
You said
dash
space.
n dash n, not forward, not slash, dash. Yeah, n space monitoring. Yeah, run that. Just see, so we don't have any. So nothing was created, and I don't know why. So something is preventing that from being created. And then in this case, it should be. So why is it that it's not doing that on your computer? I go open ChatGPT or something, and then type in something like this. Uh, yeah, I don't know what it's called. Or maybe go to Slack. Let's run the commands that I gave Edmund. To run. So go find the first one. Yeah, the first set. Yeah, Helm. Starting with Helm. Go down.
This one.
Yeah, just copy the whole thing there. No, the whole
Oh no.
block. Yeah, yeah. Run the command. Yeah, because bash. Yeah, do Helm space dash dash version. Yeah, run that. Yeah, you don't have Helm on your computer, so that's why.
Helm.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to install it. Go to, okay, let me see. Okay, I think when you remember you configured your computer at some point,
Yeah, I
and
had
and so
reset it.
we you might have deleted that too. Marie, where is your assistant? I don't see her for quite some time now.
Who?
You always have your assistant in your back.
It's on Zoom.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Zoom. Yeah, that's what Jermaine was complaining about.
Yeah, we don't
I
have
can't
that
change the
option with
background.
this.
So that I'll give that feedback to the to Ecam live and see if they can add that
And for
option.
some reason, I just love Zoom more than this one.
So
I think you log because you can go offline. You can go off the camera without issues.
yeah, right. Yeah.
I think with this one that is designed for interviews, they're making it a way that you cannot you cannot go
Go
off
off the
camera
camera.
and look at something
Oh,
or cheat your
Ryan,
way.
Ryan, try that command and see if you can install Helm.
I'm installing it right now on.
Okay, that's great. That's good.
If I install it on PowerShell, it goes to everything else, correct? Or no, it didn't work. I'll use your command.
So I see you getting an error there. So try using Choco. So that's
So
a
I'm still thinking.
PowerShell command. So go to PowerShell. Use PowerShell.
Looks like my Grafana
And
is
then
not
run
still
it
running.
as admin. the choco term, it's not. You don't have it. You don't have choco. So try.
Dr. Emmanuel, how are you seeing Ryan's screen and we don't see it?
Because I have a few other screens here in the background, so I see
Uh,
everybody, your pictures, and some of the things that you're doing. So that's the power of this application.
yeah, but we don't know what's going on. And then this guy, whose screen is that though that we have on? Somebody
That,
has
that,
this.
That's
that's my screen.
Edmund.
But for now, still not running.
So you have some documentation here that you can follow, or you can go back to the version number one. We did that. So try to do that. Yeah, just follow that, Ryan.
Yeah.
It should be good documentation too there. So Edmund, what do you have there?
Grafana still saying zero.
Do you wanna clear your screen? Clear your screen and try to do the cube again, because I don't know if that what I gave you resolved that issue, but let's give it a try. See,
Which one? The last command that you
yeah,
posted?
get pod dash n and space monitoring. So we're getting to see the pods in that namespace.
Oh, Grafana is running now.
Yeah, because it was a config map issue. So we just had to map the namespace, the packages, libraries, so that they can start talking to each other. So
Yeah, so
now that you have this, you can go to the second set of commands that I gave you. So start with the cube port forward. The cube cut on port forward is to say we are going to forward traffic this way. So run that command. So go to Slack, you're gonna see it. It's a cube cutoff port
uh,
forward.
copy and colon 80.
I don't know what you're referring to.
All right, let me just copy and paste, and then you can see if that's the command. So there's a line beneath it. I don't know if it's part of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I send you two sets of commands. Yeah, this
Yeah,
one. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. So this is it. So we're gonna say, okay, we will access this application using
yeah,
HTTP. That's 80, right? When
yeah.
it's 443, that's HTTPS requiring a certificate. That's kind of like a more secure way to access an application online over the internet. But this time we'll just use HTTP, and the port we opened for that specific application. In this case, it's going to be Grafana. It will be 3000. So run the command.
Okay, I
Oh, please.
finally got it.
Perfect. Awesome. So now go to HTTP column forward slash twice. Then
For me.
you do the local. You see that the 127. It's kind of like what you do. Then you just add HTTP
Wait
column
for
forward slash twice, and then that line there. Does that make sense, Edmund?
Oh, you want? Oh, Okay, you're saying I should open go to a browser and open using that http colon low slash localhost
Yeah,
colon
3000.
3000
You end
and
with
then
3000. Yeah,
log in with those credentials.
yeah.
All right.
Uh, uh, Ryan, it's gonna be an environment thing to do now. You remember what we did with Terraform and so on? So you're gonna have to move that library to the files folder or something like that on Windows. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So you're gonna have to create a folder, and then you move that exec binary to that specific folder, but in the files something on Windows. And admin, you share your screen to see what you
What would I name the
looking
file?
at. So you're gonna go to the see if you can find it in the downloads maybe or applications or someplace.
What do you mean,
Let
like,
me make this a little bit bigger,
I'm
wider.
in
All
the
right, so
program files right now?
Yeah, it's program files. Yeah,
But would I just name it Helm, the new
yeah.
folder?
Just create a folder and call it Helm.
Okay.
And then what we need to do is to find the Helm. Everything in there, copy and paste it in that. Restart your Windows or your VS Code, and then you should be set. So here you use admin, it's gonna prompt you admin to change your password or you're confirming. So you can use admin the same, one,
yeah,
two,
it's
three, whatever you want to do here.
that's I wanted to ask you if I should just use the same.
That's something simple because we're gonna delete it. So
Yeah, I just use the same password.
yeah. So this is very different from what we did before. You remember that was probably
Yeah,
version 4. Version 4
yeah,
we use Docker Compose to do this, but this is built on our platform. This is built on our platform. So we're using that, and then here we're gonna configure all the other pieces that we need. So like you're gonna click on dashboard and then see what we have there. Dashboards to your left. It's the panel, the left panel, home, bookmarks. Yeah, and we have the alert manager. What we need, you see, we have the express reliability v4, which should be changed to v7. So if you click there, that's a dashboard that we already have. So if you just click on it, see if you can open it. We don't have no we have no data because Prometheus is not configured to send the logs to this dashboard here, to this screen. And it's not only just Prometheus, but you can add any source to begin talking to this dashboard.
that's
It could
nice.
be even a robot, could be a computer, because robots, they like computers. They have now AI, and all of those robots you can watch them on a screen like this one here. So if you click the three dots,
Do you really stop annoying me? I'm doing a man's hair.
so just hover to go to the right, yeah, so there. So click edit, and then you're gonna see data source to your left. Go down, no, the center, the middle screen, yeah. So you're gonna click there, see the data source, and when you click on data source, by default, Grafana comes with Prometheus, but it could be anything else that you may integrate here. And that's one way to do it, but you can also click on connections, go to connections on your left panel. Yeah, say discard. So here you can add different connections. You can configure different data sources. So like if you click add new connection, so you're gonna connect Grafana to a new data source. And you see there's a list of different data sources here.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many. It could be Adobe, it could be aggregations, it could be anything. So if you click on the plugins, like search plugins, you can do try anything like AWS, see if it's gonna show something like CloudWatch. Because you can also take things from AWS and bring it here. You can do CloudWatch, you see. So you have an EC2 instance, you have anything like your cluster, your EKS, ECS clusters, anything on AWS, you can connect it to your Grafana here. And Grafana, what they're doing, AWS, Microsoft Azure, and all the other cloud providing companies, what they're now doing, they are now integrating all of these tools into their ecosystem. So because it's business. So now you see that there's AI on AWS. There's AI everywhere. There's now monitoring tools almost in every cloud computing company or providing company. And then when you work for a company, sometimes they may choose not to do everything in one ecosystem. So they may have Grafana. When they say self-managed, it means that it's like an EC2 instance where you have installed Grafana. You know what we did in version 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it on an EC2 instance and then spin up Grafana and then use that Grafana to manage all of your monitoring and observability related needs for the company. So does that make sense? So you do that. So this EC2 instance will be dedicated
Indicated for
for
just
only Grafana.
one.
And then you connect everything else to this Grafana tool. But a lot of companies, they have different services, or departments may have a different dashboard. So a dashboard is like for this product. Another one is for another product, right? Because a product is hosted on a platform, and this may be as simple as like an EC2 instance or as complex as an EKS cluster. Okay, so you need to separate those and one from the other. Questions? All right. If no questions, I think we may need to stop here. Next week, I really want all of you to be able to spin up this cluster at the same time. So we're gonna do it again because you can't do anything else if you don't go past full provisioning of this cluster. And Ryan, you're doing okay, right? Is Ryan still here or is he gone? We lost Ryan.
It's gone. We lost
Just
him.
disappeared. What's happening with the dwellers? Is that a family gift? Oh, he's back. He just showed up. So he can vanish like in a second.
I was restarting my computer.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. All right. So for the next Saturday, the first 30 minutes, everybody should have this cluster up and running. So do we want to make it a deal? Edmund, let's go ahead and clean up. Just go ahead and clean up now. So that next week we can configure Grafana, we configure Alert Manager to our Alert Manager tool, and then we can play a little bit with AIOps and see how we can send alerts to Slack and just play with Slack a little bit. Okay, so we play with that. And so are you cleaning? Are you cleaning up, Edmund? So you just have to run the script to clean
Run
up.
that script. Okay.
Yeah, env. I can give it to you. Env. Just type in env.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stop this controls. Oh, it's already stopped. Okay.
How do I find my Helm version again?
What's that?
What's the command to check my Helm version?
It's gonna be Helm space dash dash version.
I keep saying I don't have it.
It's gonna be env equal sign for the dev environment because that's where we've been deploying Edmund dev. It's gonna be lowercase dev and space, and then run the script to clean up, which is in the scripts folder. So you start with dot forward
Dots.
slash script, then clean up. Yeah, sorry, I went to bed after 3 because that's my problem. When I have something, I always want to leave it at least 75% operational. There's a cousin of mine. She's she does accounts payable stuff. So her company they bought a service. Do you know how much they're gonna pay for that? Like for 2 years they will pay over $2 million. And then they were testing that application, and then it was just having a lot of issues. So my cousin, she said to her manager, you know what, my brother can do this in no time. And then she called me later. Then I said, you did a good pitch there, and so give me a week and I'll come up with something. It's almost done. But it's close to 2 weeks now. But I said she likes it or she doesn't like it, then we can sell it to somebody else. So what it does, it's when they receive invoices from customers, from their clients, so they take care of those invoices and then generate other invoices for their clients, customers, or something like that. So that's what they do, and they get paid for doing that. So that process of pulling invoices from emails and then validating them and generating based on those validations another invoice to send out to their clients, customers. It's a very simple pipeline, very simple, I tell you, using AI. So you extract, first you connect your pipeline to the original email provider, provider and so on. So you use SMTP and stuff like that. So you need that endpoint. So you hook that into your pipeline, and then your pipeline will grab those emails, no matter what format those invoices may be in. And then Python will, using some libraries like pandas and so on, it's gonna extract the data from those invoices, like raw invoices or raw data, and then clean that up, organize that into onto a JSON file. JSON, that's a JavaScript or
JavaScript.
object. Hold on. Yeah, JavaScript object notation. So it's gonna uh, put that on a JSON file and make it more readable for humans, and then send that to the specific employee that specific invoice was assigned to. It's an easy process. I mean, it looks complicated, but it's very easy. It's very easy using Python. And then you'll always need the brain. The brain, that's AI, and AI, that's the models that you're gonna need. And of course, you need like an open API. You need like Anthropic API and so on. So I did that. We just on at the point of testing it. I mean, there's so many opportunities. I tell you, in this country. Once you know you have the skills, you can create anything you want, anytime. All right, so we should be okay, and we should be ready to stop. We went beyond our time, and if any of you have a question, this is your time. Comment.
So, you as Dr. Emmanuel, are you going to make a when you usually record a video? Are we going to be able to see even things that we were not the screen that we were not seeing when you record it?
Yeah, everything that we recorded today, you're gonna see it. But
Okay.
more importantly, it's just it's gonna be your README file. Use your rely on your README file. That's the official documentation to implement any platform that we want to provision. So go there, read the README file. You can rewatch this video. You don't have to look at every I mean, the entire video, because we have addressed different issues, right? And you may not probably have any of these issues. So if everything is all right, like in the case of Ryan uninstalled a few of his packages before, changed his permission to his AWS console, and also he doesn't have a payment method attached to his AWS. So that's why we had some of those bumps on the road, but everything has been figured out. And Ryan, keep it. Remember that you have always to change your size, right? Your node instance size. You're gonna
Yeah.
always have to change that to T3 micro, right? And also run as admin. So that applies to all of you using Windows computers. So different issues, but you can review that between now and Friday. And you guys can also get together during the week. Just play with how to provision this, because this is, I mean, if you can do this, you can move to version 8 and then version 10, 9. No, we have to get past this point. And Jermaine, Marie, Edmund, Ryan, you can reach out to me if you want to get together even for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just let me know during the week, because what I want all of you to do is to be able to provision this before class next week. All right,
All
anything
right.
else? It's gonna be
Thank you.
hot today. It's a hot day. Though
Yeah,
talking
it is.
about 100
It's cool.
degrees. Then
It is.
It's
It is
cool
hot
here.
lately. Like,
what about Chicago?
Chicago is cool today. Nice. Not too hot, not too cold. Just
It was like the
cool.
same here yesterday. And what about Texas?
Heat.
It's hot. You know,
it is
Texas.
bloody hot here.
It's extremely hot.
Oh
I just
yeah, I
saw
know.
somebody
94.
yesterday
It's
and and
94.
and I went out.
94? About
I went.
here it's 95.
I went out this morning to do my exercise, and I was sweating like I just jumped in the pool.
Oh God,
But
yo.
they say that it's 94 when you're inside, but outside it's at 107
Yeah,
degrees.
So you are
it
in
is
the
very hot.
triple digits then. It's
Uh-huh.
typical of Texas.
107.
Typical of Texas. Yeah. All right. So let's call it a session today. Uh, 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 good work, everybody. Uh, just keep learning, keep trying, keep testing. Put your hands on the keyboard always. Make sure that you do that every day.
Okay, I installed it using
Do it every
Windows.
day. Yeah, do it every day. Every day I build something, even when I'm not working. I'm always building. Okay, so you all take care. God bless, and we'll
God
keep in
bless
touch.
you.
Yeah.
Bless
Thank
you
you.
too.
God bless you
Thank
too.
you.